Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, HaRakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone that rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work, sincerity, and truth. Got us on the Daily Express. It says, what world on the brink as Taiwan admits US troops are now stationed on the Chinese border. It says American troops are to be permanently stationed in Taiwan, according to Taipei, a huge move that could likely send tensions with China soaring as President Xi Jinping covets the island. So, as well, just the vibe's been really for like the last year or so, where it's kind of been you had prior to the situation with the state of Israel and Palestine, the focal point being really Ukraine. It was essentially NATO and Russia competing in Ukraine, and that still goes on now presently. But then as well, China and Taiwan, and basically you've had, because I think this either last week or this week you had amendment legislation passed, let's say, in Hong Kong, which I think it was 2020 when that man got taken over, when China basically got it back, but now, and then I think there was a change in leadership, and now with what the hell is it called? With this legislation passed, they've essentially centralized more of the leadership and the rule of law to China proper. So they're kind of solidifying their base essentially, and that's something that's gonna impact Taiwan as well, because they're essentially saying all these different states will need to come back. So Taiwan has a key role as well. Them C hips, the micro C hips. That's the core kind of they especially in missile systems and whatnot. Silicone C hips is kind of their top producer globally now, and all that technology is used within weapon systems, rockets, satellites, missiles, planes, drones. Everything uses that shit. So it's a key spot to fight over. And you had Biden basically restrict Americans how they're able to interact with their selling their technology and working with China, because why? They know this is gonna go to war, and they're essentially shoring up their bases. So what does it say? Taiwan has officially confirmed the presence of U.S. troops stationed on its islands in the Taiwan Strait permanently, a development that could further escalate mounting tensions with China. The NDAA passed in 2023 facilitated the deployment of these troops to conduct training programs for Taiwanese frontline forces. The move comes as China continues to assert its disputed claim over Taiwan, viewing it as a renegade province despite never having ruled it. The heightened military activities by China in and around the Taiwan Strait have prompted Taiwan to bolster its defense capabilities. It came after Secretary of State Antony Blinken this week issued an ironclad warning to China as tensions between the two nations rise. Closer to home, a new poll found Biden and Trump on neck and neck in the race to win the White House, and yesterday Trump warned EU countries that NATO won't be protected if he's re-elected unless they pay up in further signs of global tensions. which range from Ukraine and Russia to the escalating problems in the Middle East and the growing issues in Cuba and Haiti. Yeah, so it's even with what do you call it? The issues that have kind of been there for the last few years, and Haiti something as well that's kind of been a boiling a pot on the stove essentially, where the heat's been rising for a minute because there's been kind of back and forth. But the fact that now this the shit's been taken over, it's chaos is descending, and then that's gonna impact on the U.S. And it was just like with when America scarpered from what the hell was it, Afghanistan, and had men hanging off the plane wings as they're flying out because man were just like, yo, you man just leaving like that. It's like, damn, but what you, but what, but you lied. And then women got drop kicked out of schools. Like them man switched it back up as soon as the US left. So all these different forms of chaos are descending, and then as it impacts on the US, other nations gonna be looking like, okay, well, we can, you have to make a move, man. Take advantage of the US's position looking shaky. Because what does it say? In Haiti, where displaced citizens could flood into Florida, sparking a wild move from Governor DeSantis. And yeah, depending on how that happens, that can, because there's already been immigration issues, and then when it's, you could have anyone coming in from Haiti, especially with the madness going on there. Americans are gonna get antsy. So it says, in response to the queries about the presence of the U.S. Army Green Special Forces, also known as the Green Berets, Taiwanese Defense Chief Chu Ko-cheng said, no matter the situation, there may be blind spots or shortcomings, so we need to communicate with our allies, whether it is a team, a group, or a country. So yeah, they're kind of trying to settle their base. And the thing is everyone's getting more entrenched, and you're seeing more and more like the lines of essentially carving out the conflict lines of who's going to be going against who, and the impacts that's going to have, because once it pops off, you're going to have a bunch of products not moving. You're going to have economies impacted, livelihoods impacted. It's going to be peak, and people are really not ready, man. Like as soon as the draft kicks in, people are gonna be fucking offing themselves. People are gonna be those story I saw like today, I think, of some Chinese dude that was trying to do an insurance scam for like 1.3 million. So he chopped off his own leg, which that's wild. But then it's like, imagine people are gonna be doing that same shit, thinking, what if I chop my own leg off? I can't go to war. If guys start getting drafted, people are going to be doing all sorts to avoid that. Because why? This generation is completely disconnected from that. So, it's going to be peak. It's going to be pressure flying around from every angle, man. Because why? They can, they can smell like a dog. Can kind of tell, it's like, oh, rain's coming, or, someone's walking up the drive or whatever. You could seem to be asleep, and then someone walk up the trap. Man, I remember we certain houses you go to where you go to knock on the door, and then we hear, or even before, just as you walk up the garden path, the dog will start having a fit. Because why, they keep watching those things, and then they respond, which is the same thing we're doing spiritual, we're keeping watch. Is why we see where these things are going. Revelation 7:1 says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel descend from the east, having a seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants by power in their foreheads. So yeah, you got those winds where what? Those is a legendary amount of destruction being held back. And it said what? Hurt not, the earth or the trees or anything, basically. That destruction can't blow through till what? Till the servants of the Most High sealed in their forehead. So that's why we're seeing, this essentially these rumors of wars, as it says in Matthew 24. But the end is not yet. You have wars of rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. We're seeing these wars, seeing these rumors of wars. We're seeing these conflicts. Everything's being built, but then what? The winds are being held back for what? For the sake of the elect. But hey, they're gonna blow through. Because Jeremiah 51:1, it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Yeah, so that destroying winds is what going to be sweep through against Babylon, man. And there's, the final form of it's going to be the missiles, man. The missiles are going to do legendary work against, against Babylon, against America. But that destroying wind's going to touch on everyone, man. There's a special, particular destruction reserved for America. Because why? They've got a particular role. So what does it say? Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many. So yeah, that chariot is coming through like a whirlwind, man. And fire. That's how the communication's gonna go. Just like you had when Moses was going up on the mount, and then you had Israelites saying like, yo, why can't we go and talk to the Most High? Then they saw the thunderings and lightnings, and they were just like, nah, well, it's not, it's cool, They're like, nah, nah, Moses, you can deal with that. You can deal with that. Yeah, let me go to my tent. Yeah, they got humbled. That's how it's gonna be. That destruction, that wind's gonna blow through, that fire, and then what? People are gonna be greatly humbled, man. You get humbled. You catch you catch the common cold, and then your ass will get humbled, man. You get knocked out. You get slumped in that bed. You could break a finger. You can break a toenail, and then get humbled, man. You could get something more serious like a fracture or break, but like the lightest bit of injury will humble someone. They'll just be like, damn, I'm fucked up. It's like someone gets unwell, to varying degrees. They'll just be fucked up. Someone gets IBS, they can be through. It's like your gut gets fucked up. You can be decimated. Like you can't even function properly. So then how much more so when, people flames are licking, man. It's gonna be immense. And that's what, we have getting ready to be served up. But it's only, being restrained. It's being held back. Because why? Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your prune hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat, of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So yeah, what we're building to is what? All the heathen round about being judged, which is why you have these big conflicts where everyone's getting sucked in, man. They're like a black hole. You know, people might observe, they might have opinion, might whatever, but as things take place, they're quickly getting sucked in. And then it's going to get even more personal, man. Because you'll be physically involved. Your ass is going to be there, man. You know, seeing these missiles fly, seeing all hell break loose. Because why? It's been spoken, man. It's been prophesied. It's a big part of you know, the purpose of what's going down. For all these nations, you know, to get that judgment. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. So yeah, that's what, you know, we're seeing. This is, you know, that final humongous, stupendous level of judgment. That's what is being, you know, what we're building to is being held back. But then what? That time's gonna come where it gets let go and it blows through, man. It's gonna be immense. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom.